Michelle is actually our guest host who I asked to step in and help when I did this ice skating like I was a teenager, and I'm not, clearly. So Michelle's going to take over interviewing for a little bit here. Michelle is an amazing marketing strategist.
Hey, Crystal, I am so excited that I get to interview you today. Well, if you are looking for some new and exciting ways to market your business, especially if you have a small business or if you're looking for something that is different, then this is the segment for you. We are going to be talking with our small business marketing consultant, Crystal Mitchell, who is a business coach, a certified educator, an entrepreneur, a talk show host, and a professional speaker. She speaks on a range of topics such as entrepreneurship, business excellence, and financial and marketing strategies. She is the co-director of Recycling Black Dollars, a not-for-profit organization that's mission is to aid the economic development of the Black American community. So Crystal, welcome. We are so excited to have you, and welcome to our segment today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, actually. It's awesome. And this is so far, it's been fantastic. I've been on since it started this morning. So great job, Amy and Michelle.
It's been really, really good. I have been watching as well and have been impressed with the presenters. Now, I know that we're going to be diving into some specific aspects of marketing, especially a small business. I'd love for you to share just really quickly, how did you get started in this arena and why is it such a passion for you?
First of all, my core of my business started out as an accountant and a bookkeeper. So I would go into small businesses and I realized that it was really more than about finances, right? They weren't really reaching their highest potential and how much income they could earn. And that was primarily because they weren't running their businesses or marketing. They all know I'm here, so I don't need to market. Not so true, because I can see it in your income is not there, so you're not marketing. So this is what we need to do. And that's kind of how I got started. And I'm very passionate about my community and helping them grow to their highest potential. It's important for our community. It's important for their business. And usually they have some amazing businesses, so people need to know about it.
Yes. Well, I am so excited to dive into your tips because I'd love for you to share with our audience. What do you feel like is the number one thing that somebody should consider as they think about shaking up their marketing?
For me, when I started my business 30 years ago, collaboration and networking were the prime factors that have helped me acquire the presence that I have in my community today. So if I were to tell anyone, make sure that you're reaching out to your community, working with your community-based organizations, and going to very strategic networking events so that people need to know who you are. They do business with you, not necessarily what you sell or what you're offering. They're doing it with you. So they need to have a personal face-to-face with you so they'll know who that person is.
I absolutely agree. I think that we think to ourselves, hey, even if you want to be a national business or an international business, we often discredit the opportunity of getting to know the people in our own backyards and allowing that to be the place or the hub where we just get started and get to know people and make those connections. So I think that's so valuable. What other tip do you have?
So leveraging your community, collaborating. So now I think the invention of the social media was absolutely fantastic for the small business owner because traditional marketing is expensive. I mean, it should really be about 15% of your annual budget, and a lot of small businesses can't do that. Social media, you can do that for free. And so as the young lady was speaking earlier on LinkedIn, but I mean, if you're like my audience rests on Facebook. And I've tried all the different ones, but my particular target market is on Facebook. And so I'm on Facebook all day, actually, and I'm giving them information and tidbits and helping them be able to connect with me. So now when I go to events or do my networking, people are like, oh my God, Crystal, I know you from Facebook. How are you? So it's like they met a celebrity on Facebook, right? And so that happens a lot. I have a lot of clients that will go, I only came to this event because I knew you were going to be here. I knew you were going to speak. I saw it on your social media, and this is why I'm here. So that would be my tip to small businesses. Get a presence on social media. It's not frightening. It's not going away. And you can have your business there, and not anyone needs to know anything about your personal business. You just promote and market your business. So that would be my primary tip for today in marketing.
Well, I think that is important. One of the things that you talked on that I think is really important for people to hear is that when you said you focus on Facebook, I think a lot of small business owners run the risk of thinking that they need to be on every single platform. And if you're Coca-Cola and you can have 10 people who run Twitter and 10 people who run LinkedIn and 10 people who run Facebook, that's different. But if you're a small business owner, building that sense of connection only comes when you can go deep. I love the thought that I would rather have one 100-foot deep well than 100 1-foot deep wells. And I think that on social media, that principle is the most accurate, especially for small business owners. So give yourself permission as a small business owner not to be on every single platform, but to choose the one where you feel like your audience is best and to build that sense of connection that Crystal is talking about, especially since as they do, they get to know you and they build a personal relationship with you and they feel close to you. And that's something that social media can offer that no other platform has been able to do up to this point. So I think that's so great. What would be your next tip? Or do you have something else inside of social media? I don't want to cut you off.
No, basically, right. Finding out, making sure so you have to do a little test though to find out where your audience is. But obviously my clientele is probably somewhere between the ages of 35 and 60. So they're not really, they're not frequenting Instagram. And then a lot of my customers are very small and LinkedIn is there for them, but they're not quite there yet. So that's why I chose it was some research and some demographic trials and error to find out which one was best for me. So you have to find out which one is working best for you. So that would be my social media. 3 years ago, I ventured into the podcasting world, and that has been phenomenal. So a lot of people, as a speaker, just being able to disseminate information on a regular basis. So I have a radio show. It's a visual podcast. So I broadcast live every Friday afternoon, a specific standard time at 3 o'clock. It's called The Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert. So we give all kinds of tips. We interview small businesses in our community, authors and writers. And if you're doing something that's powerful and you have a message for our audience, then that's where you come to talk about it. So that has been incredible. My speaking engagements have increased because of that. And also it has created a place where I am truly an expert in my field, right? And so podcasting, which is, you can do it from your home. I actually do it from a studio, and I have an engineer and I have a co-host, and it's been phenomenal. So I would say jump into the podcasting world because people, everyone's connected to like the reality TV show stuff, right? So they're like, they'll see you in the grocery store. I've been literally in the grocery store and people have run all the way across the store to say, oh my God, you're Crystal, you're the host of the Business Zone. So it feels good as well. But you have a broader market. I have a reach all the way to Africa.
Awesome.
We get about 30 to 40,000 views from around the world on a weekly basis.
That is amazing. I love this idea because I think that it's easier than ever to be a podcaster or to have a video series or to have some type of content. But it does give you additional content to use in other places, to use on social media when you don't know what else to say, or to put on your website so that you've got a regular blog posts that are happening so that it stays relevant and new. And so podcasting can be that really great way. I love that. As our time is wrapping up, I'd love to hear, what is your final tip? What was one last piece of advice or information that you would give a small business owner that would help them up-level their marketing in the new year?
Well, definitely, you just can't assume that just because you have a great product that everybody's going to know that you're there. So, and I know it's time consuming, but it really adds to the bottom line. When I'm teaching entrepreneur classes or business classes or how to start your business, and my thing is, if your marketing piece is not there, then you're going to have a real difficult time really increasing that income. Your income should be increasing every year. But if you're still working with the same pot of customers, that's not going to help you grow your business. So that's kind of where that would be my biggest tip to a small business owner, is expand, get out there, play around with it, be comfortable in it. But networking and going to networking events is a great way to start, so that you can, take bite-sized bits of it and then jump on social media. And then if you're brave, jump on podcasting and blogging and anything that will give you that visual branding, so people know that you're out there.
I love that. And I think that's so important. I think that while I'm a huge social media fan, I think one of the biggest challenges that face small business owners today is that they think that because social media is so easily accessible, that they don't have to pay for marketing in other ways. And so don't let social media be that blinder. And I think you provide that framework to help marketers know that even if you have a great product, you've got to be able to do something else to help get in front of your audience. Now, before we go, I know that you have an awesome new online course that's coming up that launches next week or in January. So I'd love for you to share, how can people hear a little bit more about it? We're going to drop the link into the chat box, but I'd love for you to share that with us.
Okay, thank you. So I am, like I said, I was an accountant bookkeeper, and I've used that as my entry into entrepreneurship. So it's Forbes indicates that it's going to be the hottest new side gig is becoming a bookkeeper, a freelance bookkeeper. So everyone has to monitor their finances, right? So it's not going anywhere. And so this is my course. I'm going to teach you how to start your own freelance bookkeeping program, business. You can do it in conjunction with your work, but eventually you'll do like I did. I took my corporate job and they became my first client, and that's how I launched my business. So I'm going to teach you all the tricks and tips and everything that you're going to need in order to launch that freelance business. And right now the gig industry is probably the hottest joiner to the business industry, and everyone should have multiple streams of income. And so that's what I'm helping you do. So you can get the course. The link is in the box. It's the hottest side hustle. It's your side hustle that you can possibly think of in 2020. So that's how it is. So this is a new area for me as well. The e-course is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So I've been working on this for the last 6 months. So I'm excited. So love to have you sign on if you're looking for a hot side hustle. Or as a friend of mine says, Crystal, you're the only one I know that can make bookkeeping sexy. And that's what I do.
Well, it has been so fun to have you. Like, your energy is contagious, and I hope that if you're watching that you will go check out the hottest side hustle and check out Crystal and learn more about her. Thank you so much for being on the show today, and we wish you all the best.